What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trebby Treb, and I'm back with another video. A little bit of a different kind of view for y'all, a little bare bones. Y'all see I got my editing equipment in the background, but I just moved into my place and I wanted to kind of make this video because, in the last video, where I was talking about like my story and how I come from middle class environments and now having my own thing. I kind of wanted to talk to you guys and tell you what the come up was, what the glow up was, because I never really sat down and told you guys my story. And since I'm at my apartment, I'm waiting for things to come in, my stream setup and everything. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of a different look because I'm not gonna lie, your boy is bored and I'm waiting for all this stuff to come in. I can't invite no women over and I just got off of work and all this other stuff. But I wanted to sit down, tell you guys my story. And, I'm living kind of bare bones right now till my stuff comes in. So, why not tell y'all this story and where my come up is and everything like this? Because, bro, been through a lot in life, bro. These last 2 years have been borderline hell. And, the fact that I'm coming out of that and I'm getting to a more peaceful space and a more lifestyle that I'm accustomed to and I earned it. I want to appreciate the journey. I want to appreciate what it took to get here. I want to tell you guys it in hopes that it inspires you because Lord knows people need inspiration nowadays. Lord knows people need someone to push them to go better. So, I feel like by telling my story that you guys can get inspired and hopefully inspire the next generation or yourself to be better because my story is a story of perseverance. Like when I got this apartment, I posted it and, I don't really post like stuff like that about the crib or anything because I like to keep things private. And a lot of my friends or former like love interests or anything like that, they hit me up and they were telling me they were proud of me. They were telling me that, they know my story and that I came a long way. So I felt like motivated to tell you guys this story because I always allude to it, but I never talk about it. But I don't really have the best family lifestyle. A lot of my family are snakes in the grass. And, when I was like coming up in life, right? Like in college or whatever, because, I could have been a million different things. Like I could have been working in New York. I could have been doing millions of things after I graduated Rutgers. But, tragedy struck and, it happens to a lot of people. And, I had to move out of New Jersey because, my family that got the property where I was living on, they kicked me and my brother out and we had to move and we had to struggle and we had to move to Florida and we had to grind. And then, I decided to go back to New Jersey by myself. And, I basically was not doing too well. And, I had to rely on friends and people I really trust to get back on my feet because, one of the worst days of my life, right? I just moved to New Jersey and then this is when I hit like rock bottom. And this is like one of the reasons I became a Christian. But like one of the worst days, like I was just doing Instacart and going to work or whatever. And the police pulled me over and, they tried to make up some BS excuse about my insurance, even though my insurance was transferring because I was moving state to state. And then they took my car and they basically took everything that I own and just left me at a Dunkin' Donuts with only a few possessions. And luckily, my uncle Joe, he picked me up, put some of my stuff in his place while I got my car back. And then my friend, Brandon, he helped me out and he gave me a place to crash until I get my car back. And then ever since then, I just been on an upward trend because after that terrible thing happened to me and the police happened to do that to me, even though I'm a law-abiding citizen, I pay insurance and I do all these different things, it was just frustrating because when you're a hard-working person and you hit a rock bottom like that, it's hard to come up from that. And that's where a lot of people crash out. And that's like a crucial part of my story because that was 2 years ago from the date. And ever since then, I've been doing better because I gave my life to God at that moment. And, I humbled myself. My other uncle, my Uncle Kenny, he gave me a place to stay. And then from there on, I've been just doing good for myself because, I just built the foundation of who I am now. I recompartmentalized who I am. And now I got this good government job. And, I went back to Florida to live with my brother. And then I moved to North Carolina again. And then now, if you guys been watching my channel, I was living in the hood and I was going through all these different things. But now I'm up where I'm at. I got my own spot. Reclaimed my life basically. And, I wanted to talk about that because, I'm going to post it in the thumbnail, but that was the saddest day of my life like a year ago. And it made me appreciate life. It made me appreciate the things I used to take for granted because when I was a younger dude, things just happened to me in a good way. But then when the good things stopped happening and bad stuff happened and I had to fend for myself, it just made me a rougher, tougher person. And, you know, I was closing myself off away from my friends and people I love. I didn't talk about things. I didn't communicate much because I was going through grief and loss. My family didn't help. Nobody helped. And I just had to sort that out for myself. And, you know, you shouldn't always be like that, but sometimes you have to go into that mode and then come back to resurface, because you'll become a better, stronger person who appreciates things like friendships, like brotherhood, like having decent things and just working hard for things. And my family, who took everything away, they'll never understand that, because they just wait and they're vultures and they just go do that. But, you know, I'm not here to bash my family. I'm here to inspire you guys and teach you to persevere, because when you persevere through anything in life, you'll become stronger for it. And when you get that success you want, it'll mean all the difference. I'm like, really, like, I got, like, this is the biggest space I've ever had for myself. And it's only up from here. Like, I want to just keep doing good for myself. But I remember that moment specifically when that happened, because it shaped me into who I am and how I move now. Because, you know, that really left a mental scar on me, having all my possessions taken away from me just because I wanted to come back home. And, you know, one day I will come back home the right way. But, you know, just having that happen and my development from there to now shaped who I am. And I wanted to tell you guys that story because I never told anybody about it. And now that everything's going good, I feel comfortable enough to tell my story and just kind of humble myself and just tell you guys that anything is possible. Like, anything is possible. And even your saddest day now will become your best days later, because you'll remember those times when you were going through difficult things, you were in pain, you went through suffering, and then when you succeed, you'll laugh about them, because, you know, you went through all that stuff and you still turned out great. Like, me and my brother have a saying, like, once our grandma died and we got our place taken away, we said, do you want to remember Robert and Trevor for, oh, they were doing so good and their grandma died and then they fell off? Or do you want to remember Robert and Trevor for saying, oh, their grandma died and they still persevered and did well for themselves, and they got this, they got that? And that's how I've been feeling lately. I've been feeling that way to the point where I'm appreciative of everything. I've worked hard for everything. And if I can inspire you guys by telling you this story about my life, then who knows what else I can accomplish. Like, I want to be a great streamer. I want to do all these different things. And it all started at ground zero 2 years ago, because I gave my life to God. You know, I humbled myself. And, you know, just a lot of things that have come into my life is just because of humility. You know, I was a very arrogant person, like, not too long ago. But now that I've humbled myself, I appreciate things, and I'm becoming more selfless, and I've shown different sides of myself, because I've never been like some egotistical, selfish person my whole life, but I had those moments where, you know, I was doing so successful. There was no downs from that. And I just want to tell you guys, my viewers, to avoid that pitfall and be as humble as possible. Appreciate the people in your life. And, you know, now I know fake deep shit, but, you know, just appreciate the people in your life, appreciate the things, because not everybody gets it like that. And now that I lost everything and got everything back, I appreciate it more than anybody. And if I can instill that lesson into my future kids or to anybody going through something, I just want to do that, because it's the most important lesson you can learn. Because, you know, when you go through sadness and pain and sorrow, there's always a good thing at the end of the tunnel. Like, look at this. Like, I'm in here, you know, I'm on the floor, I'm meditating, I'm doing all this, my furniture isn't here, but I'm still happy, I'm still optimistic, I'm still smiling, because, you know, I've earned that in life. And, you know, I went through all this sadness just to have greatness. And I just wanted to share my story with you guys. I don't care if y'all like it or not, but, you know, I wanted to tell you guys, because anything is possible in this world. Just humble yourself, don't crash out, just don't give in to the pitfalls, the desires. There's a lot of things going on in life, but, you know, you want to be the best you possible. And when you are that person, you'll see what you become. But that's all I wanted to say. You know, this is going to be a longer video, but, you know, I still wanted to discuss it. And, you know, we're going to talk about topics or whatever, but I wanted to discuss it and hopefully inspire you guys. And now y'all know a little bit about me. You know, that's the first super personal story I ever told about myself. So, you know, I'm not like a heart on my sleeve guy. You know, even now I'm optimistic. But, you know, there was a sad moment in life that led to this good moment. So I just want to appreciate the journey more than anything. And, you know, when my friend gets here, we won't be doing these on the floor videos. We'll do a couple of them, but not many, because, you know, I'm a minimalist, but I'm not like a yoga guru or spiritual guy like that. I just believe in God and the power of manifestation and all that stuff. But, you know, I do like some material things. I'm not going to lie to you. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully you guys like this video. It's a longer one, but I still wanted to make you guys this video and just try out these new concepts for my videos and everything like that. But y'all take care, y'all stay blessed, and y'all have a good one. I'm out.